But you have a new song out. Tell me about it.
Yeah, new video for a song. It's called "Go Outside," and I made it with a friend named Sumner Cod, and he's a director. And I ran into him on my last birthday at High B. I guess he was working there. And he said he liked some stuff that I had done. He wanted to like help make a video, and I was like,
Did he a videographer or what does he do?
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
Yeah. So he helped me put that together, and we got it done pretty quickly. So it was a good experience. I'm really happy with it. It's great. It's a great like I've had like 4 in a row videos that all have a similar almost kind of like just vlog documentary type approach, so I'm not necessarily like lip syncing and dancing around.
Oh, yeah.
It just feels like real. It just feels it seems to work. So it's just another one of those. But I think it's my favorite one.
And is this when was your last album you dropped?
In 2023, I did a couple.
Okay, and did you have planned on a new one? Or
yeah, that's gonna come out in fall. Yeah. Justin LeDuc played drums on it, and he's just a monster at the drums. And the approach I took is that I gave him some songs to inspire. Like I was like, hey, I love this pattern. So and then he came in and we recorded it, the drums in my apartment at the time, and then I made loops from that, and then I built the songs on top of that.
Okay. So when you're building music, do you mostly start with like the sound or in a motion, or where does stuff start?
Yeah, totally. The emotion's the most important part for me. But when I'm making a song, it's usually coming from like just playing guitar. And so I'm playing something and I try to repeat it if I like it, you kind of go to like that flow state. And if you like it, then you keep repeating it. And it's something that's still kind of new to you. And then over time, you start piecing like guitar parts together. And then I'm usually humming and I can like hear a melody in my head. So, and then eventually words come. And that's the biggest like discipline part for me because that's the hardest part.
Yeah, and it seems like the way you talk about music, it seems like there's a structure and like not a formula, but like a way you like to do things. And does that sound accurate?
Yeah.
Me saying?
Yeah, totally.
And is it? Do you ever have a tough time making music if it comes from emotion? Does that make sense? Like if you're feeling like upbeat and happy, happy, is that the music you like to make? Yeah, I was doing. Or you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question. A lot of the music that I make is on the darker side of things, at least what people tell me. And it is. I mean, I'm down tuned with my guitar. It's usually like just painful times in life that if you can get yourself playing, it's like a great, not a distraction, I guess an outlet.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make something that is you can be constructive while going through things, or you can reflect on something that you're going through. This life's tough for everybody, So it's gonna challenge us all. So it's just a way to be productive with those experiences.
Okay, so is that what got you into playing guitar, or how did you get into it? Like
my dad. So my dad is like really good at music, and so he just did a great job with music. Yeah, honestly, he got me exposed. I mean, they got me baptized. They got me in a good school. They got me in music, doing martial arts and sports and stuff. So I had that like all these little hobbies and these directions and these structures that I could adhere to later and have fun with. And he just gave me a guitar when I was in 4th grade. I started playing piano in 8th, and I just didn't take to it. Tried saxophone, and I would just kind of mime it during the recitals. But then with guitar, dude, if you start doing that in 7th or 8th grade, like that's such a great time. It's such a great time. And then that became my new outlet. I played football, like I met you in football.
Yeah.
Loved football for a while, but after I had been playing guitar for a couple of years, I was like, oh yeah, this is a really fun thing for me. I was better at it quicker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm trying to think. It's like I remember we met around like 6th grade, I got like middle schoolish. And I can't remember when it was like, oh, Sean played guitar. I want to say it was like freshman or sophomore year where it was like, oh, this is like, that's like what he does.
Yeah, it was probably like 10th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, I started this summer going into 8th.
Okay, yeah. And did some of that come out of being like around like rock band and like hanging out with like that crew with like Weston and shit?
Well, yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Weston and Alex and Pops all had music interests, and I think others did too. And but yeah, they showed me a lot of music that kind of shaped my idea of what I thought was good. Like my parents showed me all kinds of great music too, but my buddies showed me some stuff that I hadn't known about.
Yeah, and it's cool to just think of like I have like my music friends who like I've learned some music that's some of my favorite of all time. Like we went to the Pick of Destiny for Pops' birthday in 8th grade.
Yeah.
And like I know like what it was, and I remember being like, this is amazing.
Absolutely. The Pick of Destiny is one of those movies I remember at that time in my life that was super inspiring.
Yeah, it was just so it was so funny. It's like such a different thing. Like, like you can make whatever you want. But I remember like that was a big moment. And then I remember being in a Pops' basement, and Eric said, "Play Suck My Kiss." Then I remember hearing that for the first time and being like, "This is fucking sick." Chili Peppers are awesome.
Yeah.
And then one more I think about today. I think we were in your car sophomore year, and you played Alopecia by Y.
Oh, dude, I've recently revisited that.
I think of that moment so much. Like that album is still in my top 10 of all time. It's so good.
Amazing. Yeah, it really is.
And like just that whole band I've listened to. I've seen them 3 times.
Have you seen Y 3 times?
Yep, yeah.
Cool.
And it was because of like that moment.
Dude.
In high school. Like
that was a fun year. That was probably the most fun. That year and senior year were maybe even too fun.
Yeah, I think so. And that's kind of why like I wanted to do like a podcast or a show, because I missed having this person hang out with this person who knew this person, and they'd meet, and then they'd be friends.
Oh yeah, I mean those days were. I mean, you've got that built-in friend group. I feel like we had a pretty. Sure, lists tons of great grades and everything. I'm sure we were lucky to have ours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really lucky.
Dude, I think about that so much.
Dude, totally.
With the new music and new album, do you like to play live? Are you trying to play more? And are you gonna bring your drummer with you now?
No,
because I've seen. Can you do both?
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to be playing live with drums. I'll probably play live, solo. It's so much easier to coordinate, and I love the challenge. I love the fact that it's all on me.
Don't get
me wrong, playing with a drummer is great, but sometimes it's just really difficult to get that coordinated. And I like being able to do something on a whim.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so, and I also like, as a guitar player, to fill the space. Like, there's some really just amazing musicians through time. Looks like Joe Pass. You know, his father would have him fill up the room with music, you know, and I like to try to do that, like cover the whole. So I down tune a lot, so my guitar sounds like it's a lower pitch, it's kind of a deeper sound.
Yeah, will you explain that to someone who had like no idea about me?
Yeah. So there's this idea called standard tuning, which is what most guitars are going to be tuned into. And when you down tune it, you just take the pitch down, and you can be creative with that. There are ones that are like really common, like going down a half step, or like a drop D. Like you take that low string, the one that's closest to you as a player, and you just take it down a couple steps. Or I guess a drop D would be one whole step. So you just play with that. And there was a time when I was like 23, and I'd been playing for about 10 years or so. I like kind of had to do that to stay really inspired. And my body was like kind of banged up from practicing, basically. Like, it sounds ridiculous, but a lot of musicians probably know this. Like, if you want to try to get really good at it, you're probably going to develop some like repetitive stress from it, because you got to do it for thousands of hours. This just is what it is. This is how you get good at it. And Yeah, so when I was 23, some of my bad habits had caught up with me, and I had to kind of evolve as a player. So when I tuned it down, because so much of it was just in the brain, is what I found. Like it was a nerve signal that was telling me that I needed to evolve in the way that I was approaching the instrument in life.
So, like what kind of so what was your body telling you?
It's just a ton of pain every time I play guitar.
Oh,
It would get worse, and it was consistent. Like it's
okay.
like it wasn't like aches and pains that I experienced before growing up playing and shit. It was like it just wouldn't go away, and a lot of numbness.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, I should address this.
And some guitar stuff, like was it more like back pain and like shoulder stuff?
Well, it stemmed from the neck, and I think ultimately just my mind. Like, it was ultimately an experience, I think, in my mind, because I don't think there's anything really truly structurally wrong. Like I didn't have an injured nerve, but it was symptomatic. Kind of like when people get sciatica, it's just just a different body part.
Oh,
so just a different nerve coming out of the neck. Yeah. But it's just a signal, really, it's a signal for change. It's a request for change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how do you feel like your music has changed since that point?
In some ways it's changed a lot. In some ways it hasn't changed at all. It's always been kind of somber, kind of aggressive, kind of passive aggressive, kind of like sweet and angry at the same time. It's always kind of been that. And but my sound, when just naturally by down tuning, this is why a lot of like metal players and stuff down tune. It's a more like commanding, just kind of mean, like darker sound, and just naturally, and that appeals to me. So it's got more of that. Also, with my old music, I can hear my influences more. My music post age like 24, 25 is a lot more me.
Like more you. Okay.
Yeah. Around 24, 25. It's like the stuff that I was hearing when I was younger, and I was like, how do I do that?
Okay.
But it's still not all the way there.
And you started playing at what age?
13.
And so about 10 years in, you're like, oh, I kind of got my sound.
Yeah, about 12 years probably.
12?
Yeah, about 12.
And that's so nuts to think about. Like, if I was going to start playing guitar today, I'd be like, well, in 12 years, I'll have my sound.
Yeah.
But, like, that's
some people probably get to it faster. There's some people that are a lot greater than me.
Yeah,
like, they might get there quicker.
Well, yeah, but
I'm pretty solid.
Yeah, and I feel like finding your sound, it doesn't matter how quickly you get there. So it's just cool that you've been at it, and it's been good like the whole time. And then eventually you're like, oh, this is kind of my thing, too.
It's definitely not good at one time.
Yeah,
definitely not.
But I feel like you think that, but like I feel like the artist will think that, but everyone else is like, oh, it was. I like this too.
I hope I contribute.
I think so. Yeah. I'm sure that's the thing. Like, cause I think of not to side track, but like shows that have like 8 seasons. I'm sure a lot of the actors hate season 1 and 2, but I'm like, those seasons are great. I'm like, those are my favorites. They're great.
Right.
And I feel the same way watching back like my first podcast episode. I'm like, why did I even put you that? Like, it's even not good.
You just gotta put it out.
Yep.
I think we were talking about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
You really just gotta just put it out. Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And how have you struggled with that at all? Being an artist and just trying to make the best thing, while being like, well, people need to hear it too.
Yeah, that's what this last project has been like. But so many of almost everything I've done. But eventually it comes out. So I just, it's a cliche, but you do have to trust the process. As long as you're making incremental, like try to, a lot of the like CEO stuff that we both kind of like, the mindset stuff.
Yep.
Just learning how to manage your time better and holding yourself accountable are two of the biggest aspects that, when I was in my early 20s, I didn't do. But when you get in your mid 20s, hopefully that's starting. And then as you keep going, you're just better at it. Hopefully you get to it earlier, but I was kind of late. So.
Yeah. Then even like being 25, I feel so like, like, oh, I didn't have anything together. But at the age I'm like, I didn't have everything together. I'm on third.
Yeah, and having fun with that responsibility.
Yeah. So like now I feel younger now than I did then, because I'm not worried about like dumb judgment and shit, if that makes sense. sense. I feel like free.
I also do. It's an interesting time, like kind of settling into it. It's a great time.
Yeah, it really is, because it's like, I see people in their 50s still having a fun time, still being like young, and it's like, there's so much time, and like I'm not going to change that much, and one day just be like, I'm an old man. You know what I mean?
Not if you like training and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude. Like that's one of those things that if you get good at that, if you get at if you take your sleep seriously and your eating seriously, and you learn how to train, you're setting yourself up for good decades to come. In my opinion, that's what I've experienced.
It seems like it's the right. Yeah, sleep's the one that's hard for me.
Yeah, like just doing the best you can, trying to protect those three elements.
Yeah, that's one that's like the biggest that I was like, hey, make sure we get our sleep in, because I can just stay up so late. And
same, I'm a night person. I like night. Yeah,
and I like being awake. So if I go to sleep at 2 and get up at like 6, I'm like, all right, let's go.
Yeah,
but I know that's not like optimized, which is hard.
Yeah, dude, with optimal, you have to keep showing up and doing the best you can. Like, I try not to trip out about optimal.
No, right.
I don't need every little thing. I just need to be consistent.
Yeah, and there's so much there, I feel like, where like there's almost too much information at a point where, like, I love like the human labs and all that stuff, but it's like, okay, so I need to get a half hour of sunlight, get my VO2 max, get all like just, there's so much stuff. It's like, this is overwhelming at some point.
Yeah, I think the main things are learning how to train, like, because it is a learning process, and you have to hold yourself accountable and just stay interested, stick with it, because you will understand it. Everybody can learn how to do that. And your food and your sleep. Those are the three biggest things to me, and everything else is kind of extra, Yeah. It's great, but those are the fundamentals that most people can improve at.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and like just always steps that you can make to improve something, or just like make small tweaks here or there, which will.
Yeah.
Like even over like the last probably 5 months now, I've been waking up at 6 instead of 6:30. But I don't do the dishes at night anymore. I do them in the morning, but it just frees up my nights.
Okay, yeah.
So it just gives me a little bit more time, and then I wake up at 6. I come downstairs, drink coffee, mostly play like a human lab episode, get Gary Vee something, start my day, and then I'm doing it. It's like, there's ways to tweak stuff and just like make stuff more.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get better at too.
Yeah, and it's fun, but it's like it's hard, but it's fun just to keep on mixing things up and seeing what you can do.
Yeah. Yes.
And do you feel like do you write what mood do you write the best music in? Because we said your music is more like darker and stuff. Do you like being in that mood too? And how did that affect your mental health?
Yeah, I mean, mental health is so complicated, It's so easy to view it through a presentist lens, but I like to kind of think about the people that came before us a lot, and they weren't hyper-focused on feeling good all the time. They were trying to survive, and so life was a lot more desperate. Like, we've never had it better than we do right now, and I think there's this guy who wrote Lieberman, I believe is his last name, but it was an exercise book. It had to do with the story of the human body. He called it. He would call it a mismatch disease. We're so comfortable. Even just working and middle class people, we're living like kings of the past. We have so many amenities and like privileges. So gratitude is the biggest thing. If I ever find myself kind of into melancholy of a state, and having constructive outlets, actionable things that are good, like going fishing and things that I just really enjoy, that make me feel connected to life and connected to what came before me.
What's your baseline like? What would you say you're more just like? Do you see things more glass half full, more glass half empty, more what is the glass?
These days, glass half full. Yeah, it's just, but reading some books, like getting into personal training is what really turned a lot of that around. I had plenty of exposure to like, some, the Catholic faith system, plenty of exposure to like contemporary mental health approaches, like Western mental health and the medicalized fields, the medical fields and stuff. So like I had those type, therapy, stuff like that, experience with it, but just taking responsibility for myself has been the best. There are some great books out there, like Dr. Carol Dwicky's Mindset. I think if you read that, you're not the same person when you put it down.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing. Yeah, it's about like fixed traits.
Oh yeah,
and so many like if I said I'm a lazy person, that's not a fixed trait. And sometimes as people, we identify with ideas or attitudes or feelings that are not fixed.
Yeah.
You can practice a different state. And life doesn't mean life stops hurting and that bad things don't happen. But and then I also love like Marcus Aurelius, like and then as you get older, when times are hard, and as a coach too, like I literally push people to do better at like for a living. Mm-hmm. It just gets into you, and you're just stronger. You're literally just stronger, No. So you can take on life's challenges instead of getting crushed by them.
No, yeah, like literally, like all that mindset stuff we've talked. I feel like we're so aligned with all that too. But yeah, I feel like that's such a big thing. It's like you gotta be uncomfortable. That will make you more comfortable. It makes everything easier. Yeah. And I said this a million times, but that's like when you grow up. You should play sports or show choir or something where like you have to learn to like compete and like deal with the wins or losses because that's life. Yeah, and dude, totally those two things too, like a performance. If you're a kid, if you're a youngster, if you're a parent, like getting your youngster in some kind of performance or some sort of sport, those are some of the best lessons I ever learned. It's maybe a better employee. It's better for like when I was working at that, Joe's, like because I can hustle and keep up in like a fast, moderately stressful because I'm really out there, but like a fast environment. That was from football, like for sure. You got to push past that discomfort. Yeah. That's why I like to bring up show choir too, because I used to just say sports, but like I'm like, well, it's not just sports. It's anything where you have to like learn. Like if I had to perform in a play next week and I had to memorize lines, I would be stressing. Like, well, I gotta go up there and like, what? Okay. Yeah, you got to really memorize it and do it. So it like teaches you what it takes to truly be even close to confident on stage. Yeah, and I'm sure there's people who have done a show choir and they bombed, and then they've been like, well, I got to do it again next week. Yeah, and they figured out a way to make it happen. Totally. Keep fighting forward. Yeah. Just gotta keep making the moves, keep evolving. And with your music, who do you still have influences now, or who are they? And since when? Yeah, when I was like 23 is when I really kind of started listening to like bebop jazz, like some of those greats of the 50s. Oh, yeah. People like Miles Davis is like one of the easiest ones if you're interested in like getting into jazz. That's just like the really slow, beautiful, that's like objectively beautiful music that that he made and so many others of the time. So his phrasing, the way that he plays trumpet, I try to play guitar like that because like lead guitar, as opposed to more how I played when I was growing up. Like I would play, and I still love these artists, but like I love these artists. Like my playing wouldn't be the same without being obsessed with them. But like Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimmy Page, those are probably like and Eric Clapton. Those are like some of my favorites. B.B. King. Like I kind of go on and on. But those are like my first big like guitar solo type influences. But
John Frusciante was another one.
Yeah, I think about him a lot.
Yeah, just extraordinary phrasing and playing and passion and stuff. So I was really, really inspired by that stuff. But like at that time, there was just a big turning point where I really needed to find. I was just kind of confronted with some realities that I couldn't really control or fix right away.
Oh yeah.
So with those new influences, I basically I listen to other music and I try to make my guitar sound more like jazz horns and funk horns and stuff. Like,
yeah. Sorry to get you off, and it's interesting to hear that because like your music is like it doesn't sound like jazzy, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's still like, but it's the same like feeling in a way, but it's different the way it comes out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because it's still got pop sensibility. Like I still use like pop structures a lot.
Okay.
So just the song being organized in a way that you're used to hearing on the radio because it's genius. Like the pop structure is genius. So like you can deviate and change and rearrange things, and you should, but you've always kind of got that possibility there. You know, first chorus, something like that.
What do you think about playing covers?
I love playing covers. I just like to make it my own.
Okay.
You know, I don't like trying to totally replicate like a recording or the way, or try to make my voice sound a different way. It just has to kind of come natural to me in a way. And if it's cool and it's kind of like original, roll with it.
Okay. And do you like playing your old songs? And how often do you play your old songs?
It really just depends on the song. Like some of them I really don't like playing. Like country music, I don't like it more. I've worn it out. So heard it more than even anybody could ever like. Excited to make it.
And did that thought process make you think of like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, or like artists who have to play the same stuff over and over?
Yeah, you know, you look at like Led Zeppelin and the way that they play it different night to night. I love that. Like I love that. I love when
tell me more. Continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So there's so many ways you can do it. There's so many ways you can perform your music.
Blue Ox, my favorite. Super good. Best price. Taste, check. Des Moines, so smooth. Distilled from corn. Oh, it's good. Go swoop some. And it's local. It's sold at all the big stores, your liquor stores too. So find some and swoop some. You're welcome. So did Zeppelin, will they play like a new set every night? Or like how do you feel about bands that have to play their hits? Like, would you get sick of that?
I probably would get sick of that. Yeah, probably.
And do most bands get sick of that? Do you think?
I don't know.
Imagine.
I don't know. I think I would get tired of it. I think I want to continue making new stuff, and then, you know, there is a lot of stuff that I've done that I really love, and that I think I'll like playing for at least another 10 years, maybe 2 years. I don't know, or maybe forever, because it's interesting enough for me.
Yeah,
and it's like some of my more recent music in the last like 10 years or so, or even shorter, maybe like 5-6 years. That stuff has been some of my favorite to like play on guitar, and it's like a fun little world to be in when you're doing it. It seems exciting when I'm doing it. Feels that way.
Yeah, like what about Sound Like Enemies? Thoughts on?
I totally have like reworked that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think everything has changed about it except for that riff.
Because like, I love that song.
Thank you.
And it's just so like just fun and easy to listen to.
It was fun and
like,
easy to listen to. There's things I'd change about it, but
yeah. Like, what would you change about it?
The length and the length of it. It's like 3 verses and 3 choruses and 3 of that break with the tremolo wah-wah guitar part. That's kind of catchy, and I think I would just do it. I would take it from like a 4-minute song or whatever it is to like a 3.5 or 3.
Oh
yeah. So it just punches a little more.
Right. Just hearing all that I was like, I've never even thought of any of that. So it's so fun to listen to musicians talk about music. Like, I would change this and this to make this. Did you hear me? Oh, and I'm like, oh.
It was a good memory. It was fun to make. At that time, there was a few songs I was working on where I was kind of writing it as I was going.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those.
Okay. And do you ever get like frustrated hearing that when people are like, like I love that song you made 6 years ago?
No.
Does that ever get like?
No.
Okay.
No, because just have to be just yeah. No, if they can love whatever they want to love. You know?
Okay, yeah. You still do the DLD cover?
I haven't. I
Well,
haven't.
have you thought about it?
Have I thought about it? I have thought about it. Yeah, it's a really cool song. The thing about like the YouTube video that was up with that is that I didn't know any of the lyrics. I didn't know. I just learned that song because it's a 3/4, I believe. It's like there's 3 chords to it, and it was really fun to play. And me and Dave could rock out with it. Man, I didn't know very many words. It's super embarrassing, but yeah.
But it's just so cool how like that moment is like you like not really knowing what everything is. But like to me, like oh that's my two best friends playing one of my favorite songs, and it's perfect. Like
yeah, it's just fun. Yeah, I think like with music, sometimes or a lot of times, it's really like the energy and just how it makes people feel. That's like the most important part. You know, it really is. You can be clever with music and mathematical and try to arrange it in different ways that are clever. That's almost like trying to be too creative.
Oh yeah.
Like, it has to be moving, in my opinion, for me to be excited about it. At least at some point. Maybe it isn't after the 100th listen or 3rd listen, but I have to feel something.
No, yeah. And is that how you listen to music? Because that's how I do it. Like it's not about the genre of the artist. It's just how I feel when I hear it. Right?
100%.
Are you the same?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and like it's just that way. Like I don't have a favorite genre. I have genres I listen to like more than the others, which would be, but
yeah,
I like everything a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, there's great music in all styles.
Yeah, and like that's what's fun about talking to you. But like we'll go from like Zeppelin to like Westside Gunn to like TV on the radio to like some jazz stuff, and it's all just good because it's how you feel it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for new music or the same stuff. I get same songitis.
Oh, yeah.
I'll listen to the same song over and over.
Yes, same. Like one of my favorite artists, Kurt and he raps about the same thing over and over again.
Yeah,
and I love it.
Yeah, totally.
Where there's some bands like no shade to Alt J by anything, but like their first album was one of my favorite albums of all time.
Totally.
And their other ones are still like great, I think, but just not my favorite as much. And I feel like hearing that would be so hard as a musician. Like I would want to tell them that because I would feel bad almost. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure. Definitely makes sense.
Like just being like your first album was so great. I feel like they've never recaught that same vibe, but it seemed like they didn't want to make like the most poppy albums too, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a super creative band.
Yeah,
like they're very explore. They like to explore.
Yeah,
and I really respect that. And they've done. I haven't heard their newest, like 1 or 2, but I heard their first 3 for sure. I was really inspired by it.
Well, yeah. It just seems like, or what I should say, it seemed like they found like, oh, like this, we could keep making like these like hits, but they like let's make this other stuff.
Yeah.
That we want to make.
Well, those hits will always be there, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like there are some like filmmakers like where I only like 1 or 2, or maybe they've done like 30 or like 30 movies, and I like 6 of them. You know, but it doesn't make those last 6 less good. You know what I mean? I can watch them over and over.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point. And do you think about music the same way you think about movies?
Yeah, I kind of see all artists like they're different disciplines, they're different, media. It's media.
Yeah, can you explain on that more?
Yeah, like one of the way, like so when you're using one like really easy way. When I think of like video editing, it is like almost the exact same. It's like the exact same thing as audio editing, like a DAW and a video editing software. Like it's like the exact same.
Really?
To me, it's like there's no difference in what I'm doing. It's just
so what are you trying? So are you looking for like a motion to hit here, then here?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
timing things out.
Yeah, exactly. Your timing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Timing and rhythm.
Okay. Yeah. And
it's the same with comedy. Like you look at like great comedians. It's like a lot of the great comedians, they have great timing, and they can say something that maybe isn't even like that particularly funny, but it's when they said it, and how, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it takes a deep, like as an artist, you need to keep learning more about humanity and other people.
So I like that. And I say that back. So I remember back in like 2012, you were one of my first friends. You started talking about directors.
Yeah.
Then you were saying like, oh, I just watched all the Christopher Nolan movies. Then like I'm doing this and like these movies. And that was the first time I was like, oh yeah, like the director matters a lot. Which duh. But that was the first time I was like, oh, like I should see like who's making all this stuff.
Yeah.
And it literally changed like the way I watch movies now. Like
yeah, the director's like the boss. You know, they're like the head of the company. So it's ultimately their say and their vision. Ultimately.
Yeah, because I used to just like see a movie and be like, oh, that was good, and not even think about it. But now I'm like, who wrote it? Who directed it? Who did the cinematography?
Yeah.
And I just feel like whenever we talk about movies, you have a great way of like breaking down what you like and didn't like the same way you do with music.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I like to analyze what's going on because I'm interested in why it's making me feel the way I feel.
Yeah. And it's just always been fun. It's not more like I watch a movie. When it's over, how do I feel? Do I like it or no?
Yeah.
Where see what wasn't as much like depth. So it's just been so fun to talk to you about movies, and stuff too.
Dude, movies, yeah. I mean, I've been rewatching movies from like my childhood that were coming out then.
Oh yeah.
Like some epics, and then some like older ones too. Like one I've talked about for years now is Lawrence of Arabia. It's just so epic and beautiful, and just amazing. Like everybody should see some Lawrence of Arabia, in my opinion. And you know, I don't want to denigrate like modern Hollywood right now. I don't want to like say anything like really negative. It just seems like, because it's not totally true, but it just seems like there was a while there where a lot of epic big movies had a really potent like emotional center where you really cared about, like it could bring you to tears. And I'm just not feeling that in a lot of epic movies that come out within the last 10 or so years. But I don't want to be negative in this interview right now. So I'm trying to be like, you know, cool. So
I'd say to the last one I think of would be like Interstellar. It's the first one where I just think of like
and they're still made.
Oh yeah.
It just seemed like Hollywood was like at that point, movies like, dude, I rewatched The Patriot, and like that movie, like there's memorable fight sequences and I don't see a lot of like memorable fight sequences. It's rare, but it also kind of like brings you like you're so emotionally invested in it too. It was epic.
Yeah,
it was so cool.
Yeah, and some of that was a good thing, but a bad thing about like streaming is like they can put stuff. There's great stuff on Apple TV I've never seen. Where it used to be like, if you want to make a good thing, let's make a movie and put it in theaters, and that's like the way. Yeah. Where it seems like there's so many other ways to do it now. It's almost like diluted.
Yeah. I hope theaters are still there.
It seems like they are now. I think they this last month, like Backrooms.
Like there's still great stuff.
They're popping up now.
Maybe it's somewhat of an illusion because we just have so much more now.
That's what it seems like too. Yeah.
So, because it's not like it's like there's always been kind of like junk movies, you know. Maybe I'm just noticing it more. Yeah,
but it's sad because like remember in in middle school when we would all go see a movie and
best movies.
the whole school could quote Superbad.
Right, that was a really
just like we would all just be able like to quote something, like we were all seeing the same stuff.
Yeah.
And now it seems like it's so scattered.
Yeah.
The last big thing was it seemed like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But like
I tuned into that as it was coming out.
Yeah, it seemed like that was like the last like big thing where people like, yo, did you see last week?
You're right.
It was great.
You're right. We've been fragmented by our media and our phones and stuff.
But like
into little groups.
Yeah, and it's cool because like you can go like more niche for some people, but like it's still just like there's trade-offs. Like, have you watched The Pit yet on HBO?
No, I haven't heard of it. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that stuff. It takes place in ER. Each episode is an hour in like the ER.
Yeah.
And I think it's in Baltimore, but it's just like it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's like prestige, HBO, ER stuff.
HBO.
So it's like
HBO's my favorite. That's my favorite for as far as shows go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Yeah, like it's so good. And like, did you see The Studio? Like that was my favorite show of last year.
Okay.
And yeah.
What's that one?
It's Seth Rogen. He's like the producer in Hollywood. Yep, a comedy. And he just like tries to get movies made, and it's got like so many cameos, like Scorsese's in it, just like so many people. And
he's one of my favorites.
I love that show, and I still haven't rewatched it, and you haven't even really heard of it.
No.
Like that's what's nuts about like now.
Yeah. Like as far as like media goes, of course I've been consuming content on YouTube, like so many of us. But I really like some older movies right now.
Yeah,
that's what I've been loving.
Yeah, what you been into? And then after that, next week we should do our John Wick.
Yeah.
John Wick watch.
Yes, that is something. Yes. Elliott, I mean, I've been a Keanu fan.
So yeah.
I mean, The Matrix is one of the best movies that's ever been made.
Oh yeah.
And it'll hold up for centuries.
It's just such a great idea. It plays now. It plays then.
Dude, never forget it.
Yeah, I can't wait for that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Did you throw a question my way?
Oh, no. It was just something about John Wick, and then
we gotta see John Wick.
Yes. Yeah. That'll be a thing. And then I was wondering, what are you listening to now?
I'm listening to definitely still a lot of Westside Gunn. So that's my favorite rapper.
So did he blow up since you messaged him? Since you told me about him, or am I just seeing more Westside Gunn stuff, or a little bit of both?
Probably a little bit of both. I think he started releasing a lot of music, but he's one of the most prolific rappers I've ever seen. There's a lot of records. And so it's really generous to his fans, that's for sure.
Dude, yeah. It was like you post some stuff about him on like.
It's so aggressive. It's just it's so laid back and aggressive and over the top. Such a great voice, and it cracks me up. It makes me want to work hard. So that's why it's just very entertaining.
Yeah. Then he got me listening back into Freddie Gibbs again too.
I've been listening to him again too. I mean, that's a super talented rapper.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, great records there. Great lifting music too. That's why I use it a lot for lifting videos.
Yeah, it always smacks too, and it's tweaked. Like that's how I found out about it. I'm like, what is this? Click.
Yeah,
Westside Gunn ad, and then that's it.
I've definitely found a decent amount of music just in that lifting community. There's a lot of metal and stuff which I'm not as familiar with. Like, I had a client who was into metal, and I think I liked kind of the more lo-fi, kind of home recording style metal that was like in like the 90s.
Like more like Deftones, that there, or like
so that I like that. He actually didn't even know about Deftones. Oh, he's into like really like lesser known acts. Like cult followings. He was actually from China.
Oh, okay.
And so he was listening to bands from the United States and from Brazil and from Europe and stuff. Just stuff that I would never have found. And really interesting. Really cool. But yeah, sorry, I went on a tangent there.
Oh, no, I like it.
That is a style of music that's really prevalent in like the lifting world. That and like hardcore hip hop.
Okay. What do you think about the next quote? Your favorite band you haven't heard yet. Thoughts on that?
My favorite band I haven't heard of.
Yeah. I think about that too. For like my favorite movie.
Like, what am I looking for?
Because there's so much out there. There's probably an artist out there in the world who would be my favorite. I still haven't found that about.
I love like really somber, like Western type,
right?
Like country, like Americana.
Yeah,
I'm looking for more stuff like that, but something that's like just very authentic.
Yeah. Because I just think about that. What if there's some random band in New Zealand who is about that sound, and they made 2 albums in the 80s, and that was it.
That's one of the most things about.
And like,
I know there's some bands
like favorite thing.
Yeah, there's this guy named Willis Allen Ramsey, and if they haven't heard it, like he did one album, and people would ask him when the next one was coming, and he said, "Well, what's wrong with the first one?" and it really is that great. There's this song called "The Ballad of Spider John" that is like almost exactly what I just described. That song moved me to tears, like when I first heard it. I've been about that song since high school, that album since high school. It's truly a masterpiece, that album. And he made one, and there's acts like that out there.
Yeah. Dude, I even think of not the same way, but Jeff Buckley.
Yeah.
Like he should have more albums out.
It's just a tragedy.
But yeah,
it's one of the greatest tragedies in music.
Dude, that's another artist that you showed me. That's like changed everything. Like I still.
That's who Weston and Alex and Pops, like they showed me Jeff Buckley, and life changing.
Yeah, it's just, still the album Grace. Like still just like.
Too. Yeah.
And that's all you get. It's just like that. Well, like the one other thing.
You got, dude. So he did have a lot of recordings for the Sketches from My Sweetheart to Drawing.
Yeah,
it's almost like a double album basically. It's definitely a full album and like a half with like some like kind of rougher recordings and stuff. Dude, I mean it's just so bittersweet because he just he just won him back. Yeah. And his live stuff is really great.
Oh yeah, his live stuff
unbelievable.
Great.
Yeah.
I thought about that listening to Juice WRLD yesterday.
Okay.
Like he's so young, and was just like so talented, doing like kind of a new style of like rap, and then they just like, and then it's over.
Yeah. That's happened to too many.
Too many. Like Mac Miller, I think his best album was Swimming, and then it's over.
Yeah.
And like it's like Jimi Hendrix could still be making music with big people.
Yeah.
And like he could be on a track with like Bad Bunny or some shit. You know what? You know what I mean? Like
Jimi Hendrix was just so influential. I mean, I rewatched Woodstock like 3 or 4 years ago, which I've always loved. That was a kind of a core memory of like, oh my god, it's the coolest thing. And I watched the whole thing. It was great. But when Jimi Hendrix comes on at the end, you see something just so different. And it's so exciting. And that, again, like moved me to, it gives me shivers just thinking about it because he was so different and so innovative and so cool. And he had all that together. He passed away at 27. He had all that together by like 24.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable talent. And it's not for everybody, and that's part of what makes it great because he was hearing things that just other people would just, never think about. They would never think about. He was doing things with the electric guitar that had never been done, or he was learning from playing on the Chitlin circuit. So like what a lot of black acts in the South, they would play these shows. It was called the Chitlin circuit, a bunch of venues that they would play at because everything was so segregated. And there was a lot of awesome stuff going on. Like Wayne the T in the head, just like, they were true entertainers. Stuff, and then so he brought that and then, turned it up louder. He had his like, when you go back to Are You Experienced and you hear, and this came out when he was like 24, like you hear Purple Haze, and then it's Manic Depression, and then it's Hey Joe. Those are like 3 of like the heaviest songs. I mean, all of his music is like heavy, but one is like this psychedelic dreamscape, Purple Haze, The other is about, you know, the mental health struggles and like his temperament with the manic depression. And then one is about murdering your wife in a fit of rage and running to Mexico.
Yeah.
It's just like really heavy subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a mind-blowing record.
Mm. Yeah, and
so heavy.
If you were able to the time travel, seeing the act, would it be it? Hendrix at Woodstock?
I actually never thought about that.
That's one thing I think about it. Like, wow.
I mean, maybe that, yeah.
If I could, like...
I'd want to see all of Woodstock, though. I'd want to see Santana.
What was the band? Oh, it was, Tom Sawyer was playing on the radio. And I was like, imagine if I go back in time to the day that song came out and I was in high school. And it was like, hey, we're gonna play a new song called Tom Sawyer by Rush, and then you hear it for the first time, you're like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. They're doing like something like that Zeppelin and it's like insane.
Man, it's hard to say. It's so hard to say. Maybe Hendrix. Yeah, I just don't know. Because it's so like maybe James Brown.
Oh,
you know, maybe Miles Davis. Right. Maybe dude, I mean, I can go on and on. Maybe Nirvana.
Right. Yeah.
In like 1993.
Yeah, that would be insane too. Yeah. I'd like to see a Bob Marley in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Like, that's
an impossible question. Maybe J-Buck. You know.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Maybe Elliott Smith. That's another one of the biggest ones for me. Elliott Smith is another one that my high school buddy showed me that just totally changed my idea of what great music is. You know? Just there was the huge Beatles influence, and it was super dark. So
I don't think I know him, but like I know the name, but I don't think I have any on my iTunes off to get some.
It's so good. It is so influential too. Yeah.
I'll try to get out that whatever you recommend. I'm always like.
He's another one. He's got a lot of all of his records are great.
Yeah.
Everything he did was just fantastic.
Do you have a plan, like anything you're trying to do moving forward, like sound wise or?
Yeah, this album, like I said, was built on drum loops. Like it sounds like a kit because it is a kit, but I built the songs on top of those drum patterns. So the next album is going to be made in the opposite way. Like the guitars first, and then the drums are written to that. Okay. So and it'll be more of a rock sound. This one isn't so much a rock sound.
Oh yeah,
it is and it isn't. But
and where can we listen?
Everywhere. Yeah, you should go to Bandcamp though.
Yeah, Bandcamp.
Yeah. I mean, anywhere. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, everything. You can buy a physical copy. Yeah.
You playing live anywhere soon?
Not until September.
Okay, where at?
I need to buckle down and get some things done.
Yeah, when and where?
This is gonna be at Raccoon Motel.
Ooh, where's that at?
I think it's Davenport. Okay. I gotta double check. Pretty sure it's Davenport. If it ain't Davenport, it's Dubuque. I know it starts with a D. It's east of here, but I've looked at it and I always kind of want to play there. So got an opportunity to play there, and we'll get some other stuff together.
Okay, perfect. And if you want some stuff at film, let me know. I'd be happy.
Great.
Be happy to come along and get some shit done.
Totally. Yeah.
Perfect. And new song out now. New album coming.
Yeah, by the end of the summer, early fall. It'll be in 2026. Okay. So and then we're moving on. We're moving on from it, and I'm excited about it though. It's very different. It's the best thing I've done. So okay,
sick. Where can they catch you on social if they want to do that?
Yeah, _Sean _Tyler _ that's the IG handle, and then YouTube. You should be able to find me if you just look up my name. /music or For You or Enemies or anything like that. You should be able to find everything that I've done on there. Yeah, you should just be able to find it.
All right, so can I put up a link to and like I said, everything's been great. I love it. I have two of these. One is the open in the car. This one's just for show.
I'll make sure I get you the other ones too.
Please do. I love that.
Yeah.
That's appreciate you all.